quick update, what's happening? Bit of wind last night, tears are over. Really windy last night actually. Containers arrived. So, everybody be thinking, why are you putting a big container there? For storage. We need to store car parts in that container. But we're not going to leave it like that. We're going to clad it like the workshops and possibly put a little roof on so we've got a bit of a shelter. Right, what else happened yesterday? Oh, had a bit of rain in here last night, judging by the water in here. A tiny bit of rain. Yeah, so what we're on in the workshops with? Ooh. Right, the Kangaroo Austin 7 van. And I'm calling it a Kangaroo because it's bounced back. Old chap who we sold it to. Due to circumstances, we've ended up with it back. So that's all I can say really. Mini on the ramp, sold it yesterday. Nice couple came out. Guy obviously knew his classic cars, knew what he was talking about. Came, he said it was one of his first cars. But then he also said the MG Midget that we have for sale was one of his first cars. So it was a toss up between the two, and in the end, he bought the Mini. Yeah, yesterday, I had a trip down the road and I picked up another Transit courier van, and this is another nice one. In fact, this is a lot straighter than the last one we had, and a lot lower mileage. Genuine, what's that showing? 39,000. Nice and clean in here. Seats are lovely. Interior's nice, the dash is nice, headliner's nice. Really nice, low mileage little van for somebody. I'll show you around the back. That side nice and straight. So this will be going through the workshops and going up for sale shortly. And where am I going now? I've got the old trade plate in my hand and I'm off down the country. Bye bye. Like I say, we're en route. Probably another hour and a bit to go. We'll pick a transit van up. We're going to drive back to the trade plate, so this should be eventful. Hopefully not, but we'll have to see. Still on the road, about an hour to go. We end up in Luton. Picked the van up that we bought the other day. So this is the second day I've been out on the road picking vans up. Went down to Manchester yesterday, showed you that van this morning. Fingers crossed with this van, let's hope it starts, because I think it's too big to put on the recovery truck. So we'll see how we get on. Right, so we've just picked this little Transit, looks like a semi-high top custom thing up. Looks a really tidy van. We'll have a look around it before we set up. Semi-high top, got the lights on. Bodywork's really good on it. Some sort of racking in the back, I believe. Bit of a deadlocks. There's in the back. Some sort of racking system in there. It's nice and clean. Look, it's really clean. Bodywork's really good on it. Really good. These are just leaves. It's the leaves. No on sides. Nice and straight. With the side loading door, must have had some sort of wrap on there. There's a bit of paint work to do. There. Well, if that's all that's to do, who cares? Anyway, let's have a walk around the other side and drive 180 miles back home, because it's easy. Well, actually it was easy, and the van drove back with no issues whatsoever, and it'll be up for sale shortly. The Hardy Classic. Morning and welcome, and look at the weather this morning. The great northeast, brilliant, isn't it? Huh? It is blowing a gale. There's some sort of storm coming down from Scotland, and I think they should have kept it up in Scotland for the rest of them. Right, what we're doing today, I'll tell you what we're doing. We are going to get in my recovery truck today. I'll just put the camera there. There you go. Oh, I don't know what it is, but when you get older you seem to make more noise. Right, we bought a little classic van the other day. Oh, I'm going dark now. I have to press something on here. Wait a minute. That? I don't know. That? I don't know. Yeah, put the light on anyway. Yeah, we're back online. Yeah, last Sunday we bought a little Bedford HC van online, and it went straight into storage after the auction. So we're going to go down now and pick it up, put the storage facility, see how we are for time. If we're looking like, you know, it's going to be a chew of a day, I'll just stop somewhere, probably trump. The van's in Northampton, so I'll probably jump another couple of miles down and stop in, I don't know, Oxford, or I might just go to the New Forest. I know the New Forest well, as you well know, so I might just go down to the New Forest and stop there the night. Inquiries, now I don't know what's happened with inquiries over the last 2 days, but it's gone berserk. We sold the Mini, the little Mini's gone. The guy said he wanted the white midget. He was on the phone yesterday and said, I'm not sure whether I want the white midget or the Irish Blue MGB you've got. I mean, both are absolutely stunning cars. I'm not bothered which one I sell them, and I'll tell you why I'm not bothered. And people will say, well, you've had that MG a long time. Well, I have had it a long time. But where can you go today and buy the same quality of stock? You can't go out and get it. You've got to search. And when you buy it, it's the same old thing I keep harping on about. When you buy it, you've got to bring it back, and then you've got to get it ready for sale. And it's not just, you know, it doesn't matter what anybody says, what restoration it's at, it'll have a fault, believe me. So whichever one he buys, I'm not bothered. Seems a nice guy. We're going to drop his Mini off on Monday. Bad inquiries on the Gwyn. I've had inquiries on the Brush. I've had a guy wanting to part exchange a Daimler 15 Sportsman or something, early Daimler. What else have we had? Austin 7 fabric bodies. We've had a trade inquiry on that. And what else? We've had something else. Oh, I can't think. My brain's fried. It's too early. So it's very windy out there, so we'll be very, very safe today. It's some sort of storm, like I say, come down from Scotland, Storm Scotsman or something, I don't know what it is, but be careful. Oh, and he's my glamorous assistant. Say hello, Mandy.
Morning. It's a bit windy out here.
Yeah, it's blowing your booth on about, isn't it?
Totally.
Yeah, you ready for the rock and roll lifestyle, kiddo?
Absolutely, here we go.
Here we go, rock and roll, eh? Another day, another dollar. Oh, look at that out there. It's windy, man. Yeah, probably shouldn't do this today, but what do you do? Other side of the businesses today, we've got some guys on flood watch for the local authority, which I guess they will be on flood watch today. They'll work for them today. And on the property maintenance side, the work we do for Knight Frank, I am sure we will be really busy with that, because this wind will do some damage. But there you go. Anyway, last 3 days, where have we been? Manchester one day, Luton yesterday, and Northampton today. So there you go. If you think it's easy, get yourself out. Well, we've done about 20 miles. Weather is getting worse than I'm honest. Absolutely horrific out here. Really, really bad. Would have been a good journey normally, and it's just turned into a nightmare. There's just too many wagons on the road. Look at this. This is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Wagon after wagon after wagon racing each other in these woods. I'm doing about 55 miles an hour, and it's fast enough for me. These fellas, honestly, terrible. Look at the state of this The joys of picking cars up. We're in Woodall Services and it is horrific.
So it's 11:15. What's that lunatic doing on a push bike? Yeah, 11:15. We're on our way. We're actually in Northampton now, and what a horrible journey it's been. The weather is absolutely been horrendous. I mean, honestly, horrendous. But we're here. We're in Northampton, about 7 miles away from the storage facility where we're going to pick this Bedford van up. I've never been to this storage facility. Moving motorcycles, I think they're called. So we'll see how efficient they are, how good they are when we get here, and we'll get the van loaded up and hopefully we won't get too wet.
So we've arrived at Shippo Moving Motorcycles, the courier for the auction house we bought the van from, and apparently he's kept it in a nice covered trailer to keep it nice and dry and to preserve it. And we've turned up in the down rain. There it is in the van, in an open trailer. Well, an open wagon. How clever are we? Not. Now, no, I haven't got a flat tyre. I'm blowing the suspension up on the truck. The truck's got air suspension and it pumps itself up. Not that this is heavy, but it's always better if it looks better than it is, if you know what I mean. Right, there'll be some noise here. Right, I'm just going to get the camera off you and I'm going to show you around the van quick. Quite surprised about the condition of this, really. So if you look in the back wheel arches, it's solid, really good. You can see it's been restored because I've got some bolts there. A quick look underneath, which is always a good place to have a look. Solid underneath, looks like the diff's been restored as well with them bolts in. Quick look inside. Nice, solid van. Can't wait to get this one back. Looks like it's got the timber and vinyl roof. You know what this van would make? Van would make a good, I'm going to turn around, ever ready battery van, or a good SO Blue van. So watch this space, but it'll be coming for sale soon at Hardy Classics once we get home. I don't think I'll bother today. I think I'll have a night away. Got my little compressor here. Come on the truck, I'll show you. On the truck, come in, we've got this little dial, my assistant, this little dial and a little Schreider valve there. So we pump this up and you'll see the back of the truck start to lift up. Right, that's it. We've put about £50 in and it's lifted the back of the truck up, so hopefully that'll give us a little bit better journey back. I've just noticed something on the truck as well. Go at the back of the truck, Mandy, have a look. While I'm round here, it's got a tow bar. What on earth are you going to do with a tow bar on that van? But, well, swap drivers. Driver number 2 is going to drive for 76 mile. Normally drives a lot of the way, to be fair. The weather was really bad, and I could just see
in the distance, in them clouds, a little chink.
After half a mile, keep right.
Blue. I've just been on the phone and the weather at home is horrendous. So are we going to get some blue skies when we land? We'll have to wait and see. Definitely a chink of blue coming through here now as we're coming into sunny Hampshire. You can keep your bad weather northeast and shove it up your exhaust pipe. I'm just leaving the hotel. It's all really quiet because it's early. But I want to show you this lift. I remember these lifts years and years and years ago. How cool is this lift? Honestly, man, it's so cool. A brass plate on there in the cage.
Please allow the lift to fully stop before opening the gates.
Going down.
Please close the metal gates after you arrive.
What a lift. In the New Forest, ready to set off. Back home this morning, nice and early. Bit wet this morning. We walk around the truck. Just check all the straps, doors, make sure nobody's been in last night. You get some inquisitive people and some not so inquisitive. Some on slack. I'm going to go around, check that, and then hopefully see you in one piece when I get back to Durham. Bye bye. Just pulled up at Sutton Scott Knee Services this morning. We've been on the road for about 3/4 of an hour or something. We're going to have a Costa and tramp on back to Durham. Hopefully the weather's not too bad. Right, we're back in one piece. And the sky is slightly blue. It's not raining anyway. So we've got this 1939 Bedford HC, which is in fantastic condition. It's obviously a non-runner with a B museum stored, and a lot of things that we buy are ex-museum pieces, and you think you're buying something that, you know, is in really good condition, and from the outside it might look as though it's in good condition, but obviously breaks and you don't know. It's an unknown entity. So we're going to get it off and we'll see if we can turn it over. Right, let's have a look under the bonnet. I hate these split bonnets, they always worry me. Has this one got a steer? Yeah, it has.
That side?
No, it hasn't got a steer.
Does? So.
No, it's part of the catch. It doesn't. Oh God, I hate them. Right. So, oil. I don't intend to run it if it does fire. I don't intend to run it for, you know, for half an hour or something silly like that, because it's got no water in. I do know it turns over because I've turned it over with a fan before I bought it. I just want to make sure it's got a little bit of engine oil in. That's the dipstick on it, yeah. So, yeah, you can see that it's got a bit of oil in. It's got no water. The battery, I'm going to assume, will be flat. So I'll stick that connector on. I'm going to put a power pack on the other side. And then we'll have a go to stick the blaze started her and see if she'll go. I think it'll fire. I'm pretty confident it'll fire, to be fair. As for running, I don't really want to run it anyway because the petrol will be really stealing it. Oh, I hate these bonnets that you keep seeing. I don't know what you can do with them, though, is it? So we've got the air filter there. Get a bit of easy starting there somehow. Just lifts off. Pop your camera there, Pat. You can see it's been a long time since anything's been in there. Right. Put this top back on. I'm not even sure whether it'll hold the charge of the battery. Like I say, I'm not sure. It's an unknown entity.
Put some lights on. Any lights up the front there?
Yep.
We have a starter. So, water. Easy start. Mark's miracle cue for everything. He loves it. There you go. Do a little bit more. Let's just see if she'll really how would you fly? There's the tube out. Running on petrol there, she's not running on ether. God knows how old that petrol is, but it runs. There you go. How about that then? 1939, Bedford HC, been stored in a museum for years. No joke, 2 squares of that, battery pack, and it's away. Unbelievable really. So it'll be coming up for sale shortly. I'm going to take a few pictures around it now. There's a couple of guys interested in it already, the way it is. I'll sell it the way it is. Get your camera in there and have a look at that engine. In fact, I'll give you a quick little video around the car while we're here. So, you've obviously seen the engine that side. Put that air filter back on. Bodywork wise, this would have had probably painted bumpers when it was new, and light rims. Because of the war effort, or because it's a commercial. So these have been painted, look like they've been wet painted. They're lovely. The two-tone blue paintwork is nice. There's a couple of scratches on it here and there that I've noticed when I've been walking around, but I think they'll flat out. Your vinyl roof's in fantastic condition, absolutely fantastic condition. Back wings again. I'm going to open the back doors in a minute. Put your back doors nice and straight, like I say. Tow bar, bit of a gimmick on this thing, like, but you never know. Again, there's a couple of marks on it here, but I think they'll polish out. Interior. Now you'll notice it's got the wrong seat fitted. I don't know who's made that seat. It looks like a cross between Noah's Ark and John the Baptist. But there's another seat base there and looks like a spare back seat there to go with it. As for the floors, solid as a rock. Sills, solid as a rock. I've showed you what it's like underneath on the truck. Absolutely solid as a rock. So we've got some keys here, the lock works. Wooden door frames, and they look nice as well. Obviously look like they've been rebuilt. New door cards there, again nice. I don't like that door pulling back. It's got a strap here, but that hasn't been fitted, so must be careful with that. A lock on that side, and one on that side, and one here. So the back's nice. There's the strap there. There's the seat I was talking about. Looks like a couple of spare wheels and a box of heavy parts there. Box of parts. Looks like bits and bobs, some new stuff in there, some old stuff. Workshop manual. Looks like some old headlights. Bits and pieces. Looks like a new radiator there as well. So 1 or 2 nice bits and pieces to finish the van off if you wanted to make it absolutely mint. So there you have it. Starts and runs. And I'm sitting in it now, and it's quite comfortable. The other seat, like I say, looks like a cross between George Stephenson and Noah's Ark. It's built like it's like an old school chair welded in, but we'll sort that if we're going to retail the car, or if we're just going to sell it as a project. We'll leave it in, let the next man sort it. But I'm really pleased with this little van. Absolutely, honestly, it's a star. Really nice thing. I've just noticed something on the dashboard. There's a clock missing out of here, and I'll have to do a bit of research to see what it was, whether it was just a blanket plate or it was a proper clock of some description. I'll turn it around and I'll show you. There, and I just noticed it. I videoed it and I didn't even notice it. The rest of the van though, it's lovely. Honestly, I've spent a lot of money on this van. Just once, it's the same old. Well, me and Mark get these so-called museum pieces or so-called fully restored cars, there's always the last bits to do. There's always a bit of finishing off. You know, if it's a concourse car, we can always pick faults with it. But these little vans that, you know, I've got the Peugeot van at the minute out of the Patrick collection, and that's going in British Heritage commercials. Brian Culpin, the editor of there, well, one of the writers for there, he does a lot for us. He writes a lot of stories on the commercials that we get, and he sent us a draft copy, and what an interesting life that little van's had. You know, well, interesting in the point of where it came from. You know, the guy, you know, from the Patrick collection, and about the, you know, how they were started in business and that. And these little commercials, the reason I like them is everyone tells a story. If you had, I don't know, a Mark 1 Ford Escort, 2-door, 1300 Sport, what story would it tell? Unless it was a rally car. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't have any story, wouldn't have any life. You know, it's just, that was your day-to-day basis. It wouldn't tell a story. But this little van here, this Bedford, this little van could tell a plethora of tales about itself. Especially because of the year 1939. It's in the war years. So was it in the war? Was it built for the war effort? You know, I don't know. So we'll do some research and we'll have a look, and we'll see. But the reason I like them, like I say, is they've lived a life. They've got a history. If they could talk, they'd be the kind of, if these little vans, these like commercials, whether they be vans, lorries, wagons or whatever, if there were people, these are the kind of people you'd want to take down the pub and have a bit of crack with on a night. You wouldn't want to take your Mark 1 Escort or your Viva or anything like that down the pub, because they'd just be boring. Sorry about that. I was halfway through, I've got my hand stuck in the way there. Yeah, I was halfway through doing a little video there, a little talk with you there, and the phone rang. Customer, well, potential customer, guy asking about a Morris Cowley flat rad that we have for sale. Asked us for the dimensions of it, because he's got a car at the minute, but he said, I can't get in the garage, it's too big, so I want something a little bit smaller. So it's a nice car, and I hope it works for him. He sounded a nice enough chap. So there you go. Let's get back to the van. Yeah, so the van, yeah, these vans, like I say, I'm harping on a bit here, I'm waffling on a bit, but they all tell a story, man. They've all got a life, they've all lived a life. Do you know what I mean? And like I say, if you were going to go down the pub, take somebody who's had a van or a wagon in their life. Don't take the man who's had the Ford Escort, because he'll have had the most boring job as an insurance rep, or he'll have worked in his shop or something like that. Don't take him. Don't take the man with the Cortina, the insurance man. Do not take him for a drink. You need to take the man who's had the Bedford van. That's the man who you need to take for a drink if you want a bit of good crack. Right, bye, I'm off. If you like this video or any of my videos, please click the alphabetic soup, click the like and subscribe button, and it just makes me want to go out there and make more videos, buy more commercials, buy more interesting things, and show them to you. Bye bye now.